Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. The time is 6:35 PM. I'd like to call this Town Board regular meeting to order and ask everybody to please stand for the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody. We've got a couple presentations tonight. At this time, though, I'll ask if anybody has any questions or comments on agenda items only. Please step to the podium. Seeing nobody approaching the podium, I'm going to go ahead and move on. And at this time, we're going to turn the podium over to Brian Kelly, President of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I guess the last time that we were here was during the budget process. And back during the budget process, I was talking about us speccing a new engine. And at that time, we spent 2 years a pumper tanker. And we were starting to get prices from different manufacturers. And those prices were anywhere from a little over 1.1 million to 1.5 million. So as we continued to work through the process, we sort of slowed down a little bit because of the cost, and then it took 39 months to get the truck in. So we had to wait 39 months for it to get here. So during the Super Bowl, our deputy chief, which is Eric Kelly, was actually surfing the social media, and he found a pumper tanker that's used, that's 2025, and it's a Pierce Custom pumper tanker, and it was exactly what we were speccing. And it's in Elk Run Volunteer Fire Company in Poxitawney, Pennsylvania. And they bought it as a spec engine just to have for a year until their new truck comes in. So they were in the process of selling it. So the next day after the Super Bowl, I called them. And we started to talk about cost and prices, and we decided that that would be a good truck to purchase. But there's a process that we have to go through in order for the interest on the note or loan to qualify for exclusion from gross federal income and for federal income tax purposes. So that's why I'm here tonight. So our first process is we have to advertise for a public hearing. So we advertised public hearing on March 1st, 2026. We held a public hearing on March 11th, 2026 at Dover Station 1 at 7 p.m. There was no public, nobody from the public spoke, and there was no written comments that were provided. We closed the public hearing. The next day, the transcript of the public hearing was provided to the town clerk. And now we come before the town board for a resolution for approving an issuance of a tax-exempt note. Once that's done, our attorney provides an opinion letter to the bank for the promissory note or loan, which consists of our certificate of incorporation, our constitution and bylaws, our certificate from the Secretary of State for our incorporation, and the resolution, if approved by the town board tonight and certified by the town clerk. After that, then we go to the bank. We provide them with our 2025 budget and balance sheet. We give them our schedule of balanced debt, which our debt is our ladder truck. Our ladder truck, we're paying our 7th payment out of 10 in the next week or so. And we have a 15-year mortgage on Station 1, which is 2.49 interest, and we pay $68,585.49 a year. We also provide them with the Town of Dover contract for fire protection, that they know that we provide fire protection to the Town of Dover, and then we provide them with a bill of sale. So as we work through the process, as I said, we're going to it's Elk Run Volunteer Fire Company, Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. It's a 2025 Pierce Custom Pumper Tanker. It's got about 2,500 miles on it. Most of that is coming from the manufacturer. It's got a 1,500-gallon minute pump, 1,800-gallon tank. The funding that we're gonna use for the truck, in our vehicle replacement fund, we had $161,367.62. We recently received from the town board our contract for vehicle replacement for $274,666.66. It gives us a total vehicle replacement fund of $436,034.28. We have the annual payment of $3645, which is our ladder truck. This is payment 7 out of 10. It's $104,590. So it leaves us a subtotal of $331,444.28. We're gonna put $300,000 down on the 2025 Pierce Custom Pumper Tanker as a down payment. And our ending balance for vehicle replacement this year will have a total of $31,444.28 left in the account. The 2025 Pierce Custom Pumper Tanker is, we're gonna purchase it for $950,000. We're giving them a down payment of $300,000. We're gonna go to the Bank of Greene County for a 5-year loan of $650,000. The 5-year loan is 4.25% interest. Our last truck that we purchased in 2022, that's been paid off, but the interest on that truck was 1.79%. So interest has gone up. So the total cost of the pumper tanker is $950,000. Annual payment on a 5-year loan for the custom pumper tanker is $147,379.37. We're looking at selling our 3611, which is a Freightliner, and we'll have that money to put towards the truck. And what we're selling is a 2014 E1 2-door commercial Freightliner pumper, and we're pretty sure that we can get $300,000 for it. So that's basically, instead of purchasing a brand new truck, we were lucky enough to find this one. It meets our needs. It gives us everything that we were purchasing, but maybe about anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000 cheaper. And I think that's a better way to go. We don't have to wait 39 months for the truck, and it'll be here if you authorize a resolution and we work with the bank. Hopefully by the end of April, the truck should be in Dover and probably be put sometime in service sometime in May. So that's my report to the town board.
Thank you, Brian. Any questions?
So you've seen the truck, right? Kick the tires, all that? Or-
Yeah.
And then you'd have to, is it already like lettered with the Elk Run Volunteer Fire?
Yeah, that will all come off. That's cheap. You
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
that done for
Yeah.
$1,500.
Yeah. No,
So-
I'm just, and then they would drive it here or put it on a?
We'll drive it.
roadway? You
We'll
will?
drive it.
All
Yeah.
right. No, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of us that's still qualified with interstate CDLs. I hold a CDL that can travel anywhere in the United States, so I can drive it back.
Yeah, no, sounds like a good deal.
Excellent, good
Ms. Jackson,
find.
anything?
No, good find, thank
Yeah.
you.
No question.
Okay, so at this time, I'm going to just ask the board, I think, let's go ahead and do this early while the fire department, as representatives are here. I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to read the resolution early. Is that okay with everybody? Council, is that okay? Absolutely. Nicole, you got that? Okay, but at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Councilwoman Jackson. She's going to read the resolution. Due to the fact that because I am a life member of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, I have to recuse myself from this resolution reading and vote based on the fact that I am a member. Okay, so at this time, I'll recuse.
Noted it for you.
Okay,
Start right-
thank you.
Start right here. End right here, and that's where you go.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Resolution approving issuance of a tax exempt note by the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company Incorporated to the Bank of Greene County in the maximum principal amount of $650,000 to finance the acquisition of a pumper tanker. Whereas the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Inc., the fire department, a New York not-for-profit corporation, provides firefighting services within the jurisdiction of the town of Dover, New York, for the position of the town of Dover described in the service agreement dated January 1, 2021, between the town of Dover, the town, and the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated. And whereas the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Inc. is seeking to obtain a loan from the Bank of Greene County by the issuance of one or more notes on a tax-exempt basis in an aggregate amount not to exceed $650,000. The note to finance the acquisition of a pumper tanker for the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Inc., to be issued as an obligation, the interest on which shall be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes pursuant to Section 150E of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, as amended, the Code. And whereas pursuant to Section 147F of the Code, interest on the note will not be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes unless the issuance of the note by the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated shall be approved by the town board after the president or vice president of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated has conducted a public hearing thereon following reasonable public notice. And whereas on March 11, 2026, the president of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated, held a public hearing to consider the approval of the note after public notice given in accordance with the code, and a transcript or summary report has been made available to each member of the town board prior to this meeting. And whereas members of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated, provide firefighting services within the Dover Fire Protection District Number 1, within the town of Dover, New York, pursuant to a written contract for services entered into pursuant to Section 18 of the town law. And the fire protection district served by the fire department is not serviced by any other fire company or department. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the town board as follows. The sole purpose of qualifying the interest payable on the note for exclusion from gross income pursuant to the provisions of Section 150E of the Code, the town board hereby approves the issuance of the note by J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated, in a principal amount estimated not to exceed $650,000, provided that the note shall be an obligation of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Incorporated, and not the town of Dover. The note shall not be a debt of the state of New York or the town of Dover, New York, and neither the state of New York nor the town of Dover, New York shall be liable thereon. This resolution shall take effect immediately. So I need to ask for a motion. And a
Second.
Okay. And then we're going to do a roll call vote. If the clerk will call the roll.
Councilman Holmes? Councilman Maluta?
Aye.
Councilwoman Jackson? Deputy Supervisor Murphy?
Aye.
The resolution
Okay.
passes
Pass.
4-0 with one abstention, so
Four ayes and one abstention.
one abstention.
Resolution passes.
And the clerk will be authorized to certify the vote and resolution for the hose company, which is required under the law.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.
We'll get it.
Good job.
Congratulations.
I know you're busy tonight. You want me to bring that other?
Sure. Got a couple more minutes, go ahead.
We've also been in the process in the last couple months of working with Assemblyman Behan on introducing a bill to the state of New York that's actually in committee right now. Whether it gets out of committee or not, we don't know. But it's for a stipend program for volunteers. And through that stipend program, we hope to create a daytime staffing stipend program that ensures fire departments have the firefighting crew on duty during times when volunteers are least available to respond to emergency calls. If this passes throughout New York State, we're hoping that everybody in New York State will be able to take advantage of it. All the volunteer fire departments that are struggling out there and who are having problems picking up volunteers. And if you want to talk to me about it, I can give you how the stipend program would work. I mean, I don't want to go into it in detail tonight, but it's something that we're working on and something that, instead of spending $3 million for a paid fire department, I think, $175,000 for a year isn't that awful bad. But when you're looking at $3 million for a paid fire service, and that's not staffing every vehicle in the firehouse, but it sure beats a paid department at this point. So we're pushing for the stipend program. We're hoping that it goes through, and if it does, then the budget may go up a little bit next year, but we may be able to look, if we do have a New York State stipend program that passes, we may be able to look for federal grants for a safer grant, they call them, where we could apply for them and we could get paid through the federal government to run the stipend program. So
Nice.
there's different issues, there's different grants, different things out there, and it's just something that's unfortunately coming to every fire department in New York State and through the country, because we're not getting the volunteers that we need, and during the daytime, you do run short of staff. So that's just something that we've been working on with the Assemblyman, so we thank him for his service.
Did we
Thank
hear
you.
from the senator's office yet?
Senator's office sent me an email, and I'm waiting to talk with him,
Okay.
so, appreciate it.
Yep, thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan, for reading that. The next presentation we have is from Ethan Viola, our man pursuing to be an Eagle Scout. Come on up, my man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
A little background,
For the
Mr. Viola reached out to me, along with his father and his mother, to bring a project idea or a few ideas, right, to us. And we met at his house one morning, and we discussed something, and I believe the idea you're going to present was your dad's, right? Did you mention that? Maybe not? Yeah, we'll give you all the credit, pal. But go ahead, you got it.
All right. My name is Ethan Viola. I am a member of Troop 48 in Sherman, Connecticut, and I'd like to give you like a little background about the Eagle Project. So, some of the hardest parts about earning the Eagle Scout rank is the service project. It's very open-ended, so scouts can decide what to do. So, some projects my troop have done are like benches in a park or kayak racks near Candlewood Lake. So, but I chose to do a Veterans Memorial for the town of Dover to thank and remember the veterans of Dover who fought to keep our country safe. And so basically, my plan is to make a Veterans Memorial at Ketchum Park. So I noticed there was an old flagpole right by the entrance of it, and it looked like there was, it lost the rope and the plaque was removed. So I would remove that old flagpole, and I would install a new flagpole at the memorial site, the new memorial site. I would also add a boulder with a plaque on it dedicating the memorial to the Dover veterans, and a perimeter with crushed stone around the monument for easy maintenance. And I also put solar lights up so the flag can stay up at night. I have a little photo right there if you want to see it. So the process, if I get approval from you guys, and I have to apply to the Boy Scout committee, and I get approval from them, I'll start acquiring donations and funding, and I'll start ordering the flagpole, plaque, and any necessary supplies. May 2nd and 3rd, which is the first 2 weekends of May, I'll remove the old flagpole and install the new one. And May 9th and 10th, I'll install the plaque and the stone perimeter. And the 16th, 17th is an overlap date in case of weather or any other complications. And I try to get this done before Memorial Day to kind of get it. And so the labor and installation of the flagpole and boulder will be done complimentary of Court Kane Enterprises LLC because the scouts aren't experienced enough to install that. And the remaining labor will be done by the scouts of Troop 48. The flagpole will be installed to spec a Liberty Flagpole, who is a manufacturer of the flagpole. Location, I suggested locations at Ketchum Park, you can see on the next page, but it's flexible in case there's something that you want to do there and you request to change it. So these two little white circles. So one right in front of that Lions Clubhouse, so when you walk out you can see it, or one at the beginning of the park, so when you drive in you can kind of see it. Funding, I'm seeking private funding and supply donations from family members and supply like the hardware stores and all that. But the town is willing, if the town is willing to provide additional funding, it would be greatly appreciated. And I have a little budget right here. So the flagpole, which is a 25-foot aluminum flagpole, one piece, with the rope outside of it, is $1,485. The 1 foot by 1 foot plaque is $1,100.30. I'm needing a yard of concrete to install the flagpole, which is around $125. And 1.5 yards of decorative crushed stone is $45. A roll of weed fabric to prevent weeds from growing under the crushed stone is about $35. And some cobblestone bricks for the perimeter, so you can just get a weed whacker and go around it, which is around $450. And a 5x8 embroidered American flag for the flagpole is about $70. And the decorated boulder is about $50 per ton. I'd have to select it or maybe find one. Haven't really got deep into that. But the total is about $3,335. And I'm just trying to get any suggestions or questions right now, and any permits I need to get. And I have a point of contact. That's my point of contact. And I need a point of contact in case I make any like minor changes or anything changes that the Boy Scout wants to change.
We did talk about 2 different locations, this being one of them, so this is what you'd rather do at this location here instead of the Legion?
Yes.
Okay. I have had a discussion with Councilman Maluta, who is our American Legion commander. Anything you want to say?
Well, as I met you earlier, you know, I am a United States Marine, and I thank you for that. My youngest son is also an Eagle Scout, so I know what it takes to do this. What I would suggest is the American Legion has their meeting on Thursday night, April 2nd at 7:30 at the American Legion in Wingdale.
7:30.
7:30. And you could present us with that, you know, with the same thing at that time. You know, we could figure out what you want to write on the plaque or anything like that. Now, you'd have this engraved, or how would you do the plaque?
I went to a website. It's on the last page. American Cast Bronze Plaques. They're made in USA. I think you have to custom order them. They say shipping is in 2 to 3 weeks, but I don't know how that's possible, so I'd like to get it ordered as early as possible.
Okay.
Like a brass plaque you're talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my next question was, yes, the Lions Club meets right there sometimes. You know, have you thought about approaching them for any kind of grant or anything like that, or maybe some kind of like help with the funding?
I could do that. Yeah, thank you.
You got connections there.
Yeah.
Just saying, you know.
I'm gonna just say one thing, and don't let it disappoint you, is Memorial Day may be a chore. It may be tough,
Yeah.
and that's the truth.
It's a little early, but
Okay, but we do have Veterans Day, which is longer down the road. But I discussed with my finance office today, we're gonna do what we can, because there are certain legalities that I have to look at before I can say I'll commit anything. But the American Legion is willing to talk to you. He just gave you a little hint to reach out to the Lions Club. The Lions Club has a big part with this park because they help donate to do that community center.
Yeah.
So they're just as involved, all right? Well, they're partially involved, okay? But I like this idea. I think it'll be a great addition to our park.
Absolutely.
J.H. Ketchum is a veteran himself, right? Served in the war, so I think it's a great idea. I told you that day we met. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? And I have said ever since I've sat up here, I've been able to speak to 2 different Eagle Scouts and be involved in others. And what you all have to do and accomplish and go through, that's a ladder that you all have to climb.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that. All right?
Thank you.
It shows your dedication, it shows you want to take responsibility, you're responsible for a project like this. I thank you for that. So we're going to find a way to help you out and do this. But if it can be done by motion. I'm gonna make the motion that we go ahead and we approve this project to be done in our town park. Is that okay, council?
Absolutely. Joe has a question?
Go ahead, sir.
Before you make that motion.
Okay.
The location, we need to check on that location carefully, and I'd be more than happy to do that, so if you, any motion you have, just take that into consideration.
Both or the one closest to the river?
One by the JD Kitchen Park, because there's a floodway there, and we have some issues with FEMA already.
Okay.
So I just want to verify, I don't want to say it's not good, but before, in case it turns out to be, we need to move it somewhere else.
One of the two or both?
Just the one where the existing flagpole is.
Okay.
Also, you have to
That-
be careful there because there's power lines.
Right there,
So you
maybe.
might want to get like
So-
811 to come through there too.
And so maybe, you know,
Careful of that.
the motion where location to be verified somehow.
That may actually have to be moved anyway, because
Yeah.
isn't the existing flagpole on the fire company property?
Maybe, that's
Is
what
it
I
this
want.
side of the fence?
So I just want.
It's at the entrance of the gate. It's on the border, yeah.
I'll work on that and get the information
Okay.
ASAP to you. Just
Okay.
Get that into whatever resolution you're gonna make.
And if not, we'll make it work, Ethan,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay?
Okay.
Ethan, just so you know, that's Joe Berger, he's our town engineer. So,
Under that concrete footing, where the old one is, the electric runs right through there.
Yeah.
Right through there.
yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
Really
So,
yeah.
all right, thank you, Joe.
okay.
Any other questions? If I made a motion, do we have a second
Yeah,
to go ahead with this project?
absolutely.
We have a motion that I made, seconded by Councilman Holmes, to go ahead and let Ethan Viola move forward on this project to become an Eagle Scout. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We're moving on it.
All right.
We'll be in touch.
So,
April 2nd, 7:30,
all right.
in Wingo.
So do I need to get any permits or anything?
I'll check with our building department, okay?
Thank you.
You got it, buddy. Thank you. Jeff, you need anything, let us know, huh? We'll work on it. Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. At this time, we're going to have a presentation on a proposed soil amendment facility special use permit presented by Pete Sander, representing Renia Engineering. Is that the way it is?
Looks that way.
Renia Engineering and Design, sorry.
PLLC.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Bob. Go ahead,
When
buddy.
you
You
are.
got it.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you all. I'm not normally in front of you guys. I'm normally in front of your counterparts at the planning board. So this is a nice change of pace. So we're here representing the applicant, Anthony Bolfamonte, with Bolfamonte Landscaping, for a proposed soil amendment facility on a parcel on Dover Furnace Road. The parcel is a 23 plus or minus acre parcel within a commercially zoned district. The applicant is proposing this facility as an extension to his existing Rybrook facility, where he collects landscaping material, organic matter of such, processes it at the Rybrook facility, screens it of any debris, and then has a limited maturing operation. This site will then allow the applicant to store and mature processed compost from the Rybrook facility, brought up to the site, and then it lets it sit in windrow piles for about a year. And then those windrow piles, as they slowly compose, they'll break down, turn into more of a soil, and then can be supplemented with additional additives, additional mulch, of that nature. And then the applicant brings that soil back to the Rybrook facility, where then they can distribute it to their landscaping operation to be used in various lawns, gardens throughout New York State. The proposed facility has numerous windrow piles, which we show here on our map. We're also showing a 6,000 square foot maintenance and repair facility, which they will use for storing their equipment, doing a limited amount of maintenance to the machines that are used to churn these windrows. As the board is aware, you guys are not really here for planning board site plan approvals. This is because the proposed application is an unlisted use in the Town of Dover zoning use table. So the code enforcement officer, Don, he determined that this use is not covered by any of the existing uses listed on that table, but there is a provision in the code, it's 10B, 145-10B, that if it's not listed in the table, we can apply for a special use permit in front of the town board to review this and go through the typical review seeker process that the planning board would conduct, but from your perspective. So again, we're just here tonight to introduce the project, answer any questions or receive any comments you might have, and if the board wants to, we can schedule a site walk to take a look at the site. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
So the first thing I have is, you did mention that at this point in time, this type of project and/or business is not allowed.
Correct.
And I believe the people you represent were told that in 2021. Okay? So the issue that I have is, on this particular property, there are violations. Now, I understand it's trying to be rectified at this point in time through the process.
Correct.
Okay.
I could touch base a little on that. So over the years, those violations were issued. Our office has been working with the county to try to get an agricultural designation for this. That ended up spiraling, and the county's designation had a lot more hoops to jump through and requirements that we didn't really fit. So the next thing we've been working on is working with DEC to map an existing on-site wetlands to make sure that the proposed improvements are located further enough away and that we know that hard boundary not to cross. So we received that, and that's all been included in the application package.
Okay. So with that, I've distributed the packages that you brought to us a little over a month ago. I apologize. We were just booked solid. And with
Understood.
the weather in February, we just weren't going to make it happen, Pete. Sorry for that. And sorry for that, sir. That's why we're meeting tonight. So we will distribute the packets. We will do our job and look through it. We will talk and speak with our consultants. I will give a packet to actually our engineer tonight. I will be utilizing our planning board consultants, our engineer, our planner, our legal counsel, both for our board and our planning board, okay? Just as for an advice, that is an advisement, but this will be handled through our board here, just like you're asking,
Excellent.
okay? Again, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not allowed at this time. So, but we're going to do our job because it's your option to come through us for a special permit, all right?
Perfect.
That's all I have right now. But Tommy, you got anything?
Tommy the lawyer?
Tommy Holmes, sorry.
No questions at this time. I want to review.
Sounds good.
Councilman Maluta?
Yeah, agreed. I'd like to go over it and, you review it and yeah.
Councilwoman Jackson?
The same, I'll review the application.
Deputy?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Council? Anything I missed there?
No, it's, as correctly stated, anything not listed in the Dover Code, the applicant has the right under 145-10B to come before the town board for a special permit, is what they're doing. So they're following the proper procedure. It'll be a town board review and then ultimate town board decision.
The one thing I will say, and I don't know if you did state it this way earlier, but this process has been actually taking place over there, correct? We've been
Correct.
processing organic material for the last 4 or 5 years, correct? Okay.
Yeah, the applicant's in court. I have an open case. They've been represented by Rennie Engineering, and the case has been adjourned because they're working, I believe, with DEC, correct?
Yeah, so just.
You're working with DEC and us to try to make it right.
Yeah, so really, we need 2 permits for this process. We need the town board special use permit, and then we also need a Part 361 permit from the New York State DEC. And they pretty much govern the design requirements for a facility like this. And it won't become officially in operation unless we receive both permits.
Sir, did you have something to say?
Yes, good evening. I just want to thank everyone for their time. We know we were prematurely operating without permits or permission. Under DEC booklets and regulations, I've had a permit since 2016. I've operated with little, almost no violations at all in my Rybrook facility. We have a very good rapport. The materials that we bring up here are processed. There's a very gray area, and I've spoken to DEC about this. We've had numerous meetings up in New Paltz, and this is technically considered what's called a take-back site. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar. So if any material that's processed already is going to be reused or recycled, it is an exempt facility. That's why we continue to do our operation to the scale that we've done it. We had an inspection from DEC, and we were sort of asked and told at the same time, it's okay, they want it permitted, and they want to be the agency that's going to oversee the operation as they oversee my operation in Rybrook.
Okay.
So, like I said, so this property and this sort of proposal, we went for a pre-application meeting. We have to do that in advance, prior even to meeting the board here tonight. It went very well. They want to open new facilities. They know us very well as an operator. It's our 10th year. They know that we have the equipment in the facilities. And I can't stress enough, material that will arrive in this town is not, it's not raw yard waste. It's all processed. So my Rybrook facility is the substation. So the material that's arriving into Dover is a product. It's not a waste. It's a product. I have literature on that through the DEC website that I could provide. I could give to Peter, and we could submit that as well. It's basically needs to sit longer than my property in Rybrook allows us to do. And it's very valuable material. It's not something you just walk in the store and leave with 1,000 yards of compost. It's a process involved. So it's all organic waste. It's all processed at my Rybrook facility. It's trucked up here, and it will be properly managed into the final stage of the composting, where it's a soil amendment. It gets blended with heavier soils into a compost-rich topsoil and into a direct compost that's applied directly into the landscape and farms and multiple uses.
Okay, when you say they, you mean the DEC wants you to?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes, yes, yes. If I had to guess, DEC is approving our presentation, but you know, we have to obviously request the approval from the town of Dover.
Okay, now the process that you've been doing already, are you out of room over there? Because you also have piles on another piece of property, right?
The pile on the other property, we're actually, another agreement and conversation we had with DEC is to take material out. So material that came into the quarry site that I own on directly across the street here on Duncan Hill in 22, we're removing that product, which we stated to DEC that we would diminish the amount of material that is up here. And when and if this is approved, everything would be concentrated on one property.
Okay.
I originally did want to do it at the Domain Sand and Gravel site that I purchased. I feel this property that I bought from Mr. Palumbo is more feasible for the operation with the layout of the land. So we sort of switched gears, because that did have a DEC facility permit for mining for many years. I stopped that when I purchased the property. I thought I was going to go forward with composting there. After sort of using it, feeling it out for a year or two, my decision was to go with this property. I think the land is a better layout. It's much more private from the road. We're sort of tucked in the back, evergreen screening, natural evergreen screening that's there. And like Peter said, I mean, we can walk the site when, you know, whenever anybody feels
Well,
the need.
I only ask because there's similar violations on that property for Chapter 65. That's the only reason I asked.
Chapter 65?
Sediment control. Erosion and sediment control.
I think that was all satisfied with the reclamation of the mine, with Ryan Leduc with DEC.
Okay. I'll look into that.
It might have been something old.
It's in your name from 22.
Oh, that,
We'll follow up with the
yeah,
CEO. and just-
It's the only reason I ask.
yeah, no, absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
the same violation as the one property as the other, and it's a Chapter 65, right? Sediment, erosion and sediment control. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the process. We will start the process.
Okay.
We will talk amongst each other. We will talk with our consultants, discuss with our legal counsels, and I'll reach out to you, Peter, if we hold another discussion next month.
Perfect.
Okay?
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your time. You got it.
Can you pass this down to Rich, please? It's for the end of the meeting.
Okay, that's the one we're gonna add. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Hey, you too, guys. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
All right.
See ya. Hey, thank you. At this time, we're going to move on to reports of the Recreation Director, Highway Superintendent, and the Building Department. Julie's not here tonight, so Jason, you want to start? Then Jay will read the rec report.
Hi, everyone. Jason Story, Dover Town Highway Superintendent. So I'm hoping spring is here because the snow has just had enough of that. So speaking of that, no more snow. Street sweeping will start Monday, March 30th. We'll get our street sweeper in. We'll get people right on the roads. Be patient. Your road will get done at some point. We start in different sections all the time, and everybody usually ends up getting done, just some later than others, just depending on how we start. Also, we have started the Cart Road project. As some of us know, or everybody out there knows, that the end of Cart Road had a massive rock cut at the end of it, and it jetted out into the road, and it was really hard to come around the corners and everything. So we've started that, and we cut it back. So if you want, actually today, we probably completed breaking all the rock out that we're going to. So we'll be up there tomorrow and Friday, cleaning up some of the mess and getting it better. The visibility is way better than it ever was. You can actually see a car coming around the corner the other way. And at some point, and in the next project, the Cart Road will be getting paved this year from Northrop Road all the way to the county road. We just had to acquire that piece of property or the stone to get rid of it, so we can continue on paving it and complete that whole road paving it. Also, we will be paving a portion of Hall's Apple Road, just probably south of the trailer park, all the way down through to Ridge Road where it meets. We'll be redoing that. Also, we will start grading our dirt roads as soon as we can, weather permitting. And also Berkshire Road will be reopened on April 1st. And I would like to, another thing is Highway Department has a job opening for an HMEO. So if anybody knows anybody looking for a job, stop by and see us. And I'd like to thank my team for their hard work and my awesome assistant Terry for everything she does for me to keep us going. Any questions?
Yeah, I do. Sorry. Do we have a procedure on reporting roads that need to be paved?
A procedure?
Yeah, like, is there a proper way? Rather than just waiting for you to find the road. Here's the reason. Now that you said it, spring is here, no snow, everything is cleaned up. You're gonna be sweeping, you guys and whoever is gonna be seeing the roads.
Right.
Is there any way, or how would you want someone to convey that something that needs to be fixed on a road?
Usually they call our office. A lot of
That's
times
it.
they,
That's all you want?
yeah, they
Okay,
contact
done.
the town clerk,
Okay.
which is good luck to Cole. Yes, and she's already gotten calls for different things and stuff like
Okay.
that. It comes here, they relay a message to us, or they call our office and
Okay.
stuff like that.
That's it.
That's what usually happens.
It's out there now. People know to
Yeah.
call you.
Yeah, and most of the time we get calls all the time for different things. People aren't afraid to call about something to tell us, which is fine because we're not on every road every day.
That's
You'll
the
get to
reason
see
why
stuff.
I'm bringing it
Yeah.
up to you, because
And
you're
it-
not on every road.
It actually does help us. You know, you get like the
Exactly.
bus company says, hey, you got one here, you got a tree
Exactly.
here, something like that. So it
That's-
does help us. And it
That's
points
the reason
everything.
why I'm asking. is
Yes.
Because you're not on every road.
No. No.
So for
So,
them,
yeah.
for the people watching now that I had said that I was gonna bring it up to you, that's what they're looking for.
Yes, just
Call you. That's
call
it.
and leave a message.
Call it,
if
or
nobody's
his
there.
email's on
Just
record.
ask, yeah.
Okay.
So
perfect.
whatever they have to do.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else?
So we're getting rid of dirt roads in Dover? Is that what you're saying?
Are we getting rid of dirt roads? Well, the more we can get rid of, the better off we are. I'm sure we'll never get rid of all of them. But some of the smaller ones, dirt roads are high maintenance for the town.
Yeah.
Costs you a lot of money to maintain them. The more you can get rid of, the better off we are.
Yeah.
But Cart Road was one that needed to be redone anyhow and paved a portion of it anyhow. And now we're gonna finish it and complete it so it's not dirt.
Yeah, the ruts were.
And it's, I think the biggest reason it was never paved in the past, that section, is because of the rock cut that was there.
Yeah,
And it
'cause
took
it
a
was
little,
too narrow.
and it took a little time to get that piece of property from the owner, which I worked out with them, and I have a piece of property and we took care of it.
Sounds good.
I was gonna ask you, I know we're reading something tonight, but you mentioned it. Can you just have Terry update the employment opportunity information, and we'll have Nicole post it?
We have a whole thing of it.
We'll share it.
Yeah, all she has to do is just send it to Nicole and she can
Yep,
post it.
and we'll share it
It's
again.
already on piece of paper and everything else.
Okay.
So-
Jason, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Deputy Supervisor, you wanna read Julie's report?
I will.
Thank you.
March's recreation report for Julie, who can't make it here tonight. The last basketball game of the season is tonight. Despite the weather, we had a great season. I'd like to thank all of the coaches, referees, parents, and players for making such a great success. The Easter egg hunt will take place this Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. for children ages 1 through 9. Once that is complete, we'll be holding the egg hunt for ages 10 and older at the playground. Please arrive as early as you can, as the event moves quickly once it begins. The Easter Bunny will also be in attendance for photos for the kids, and M&T Bank will also be on site handing out goodies. Please note that Kite Day has been rescheduled from April 11th to Saturday, May 16th. Currently accepting day camp applications for anyone interested in working this summer. Applicants must be ages 16 or older and available to work 6-week camp sessions. Day camp will begin July 6th this year. In addition, we will be offering a playground group from Monday, June 29th through Thursday, July 2nd from 8:30 to 4 p.m. for families who need childcare when school is out. Julie would also like to thank Paula, Dodie, Sean, and Paul for everything that they do, all the hard work and dedication that they have given the town. It has truly gone not unnoticed and truly appreciated. And that is Julie's report for March.
Thank you very much, Jay. Building Department stats for March 1st through the 25th today. Total permits are 24 for the sum of $8,692. CCs issued 22, COs issued 3, and 7 violations written. Respectfully submitted, Ms. Burns from the Building Department. Okay. Reports of the supervisor and the town board members. Councilman Holmes.
Yes, spent quite a bit of time with Jason this past month, with the weather, looking at roads, dirt roads. It's quite an experience going out and seeing some of the dirt roads when the guys are repairing them. But anyway, all is good there. The guys are doing well, and thank you guys for all the work you do.
Councilman Maluta.
All I can say is I have no report. The American Legion is in the process of sending out the letters for Memorial Day. Memorial Day is coming up, and those that will be there, I know the band and all that, they're going to be getting ready for that. So we're looking forward to that.
Thank you. Councilwoman Jackson.
Just a quick question, Councilman Maluta. Is it Dover or Wingdale this year?
It is in Wingdale this year.
Thank you.
Wingdale Memorial Day, Wingdale. Got it.
The school district is working on the budget process. It will be proposed finally in May. The Dover High School Dining Hall opened up this past week. People can tour it. It looks very nice, like a college dining hall. The Dover Plains Library, I met with the director recently, and we discussed a fire inspection, and we're making a few improvements at the library. The library says if you're bored in winter and the spring rains, stop in. They have activities for kids and adults.
Thank you. Deputy Supervisor Murphy.
Sure. Small report this month. Get it out. Planning board. We had a planning board meeting this month. Went very well. attended by a couple of people in the public. The next planning board meeting is currently scheduled for April 6th at 7 PM. As always, I urge everyone that want to be involved in the town to please go to the website, look at the agenda that'll be posted up in the next couple of days, and be a part of the town, be part of the meeting, and get involved. That is my report for March.
Thank you, Deputy. Events that are coming up, my report, cleanup day, reminder, April 25th, 8 a.m., Rec Park in Wingdale. And Jay already mentioned the egg hunt this coming weekend, 1 p.m. We always have a great turnout, and it's always a good day, especially when the Easter Bunny's around. This year is going to be pretty busy. The winter kind of held us up and put us a little bit behind schedule, but projects that I'm hoping to put together and get done. Town hall bathrooms, we're looking to refurbish both of them here and go into full ADA compliance. I'm working with my building department to spec out and design, hoping to put out the RFPs by the next meeting. The elevator, the chair elevator has been reinstalled, updated and reinstalled. That's finally official and back running. The crosswalk in Dover from School Street across Route 22 is in the final planning stages. I'm hoping that'll be taken off here shortly. We're putting together a new and updated plan to finally install the new generator at our American Legion building in Wingdale, library building. You remember we purchased this, and then we had to put the installation on hold due to the emergency issue we had with the AC last year of replacing the system. So we had to put it on hold because we had to reallocate the money somewhere else. So I'm looking to put that together. I'm working on that as well. There's going to be a bunch of repairs, upkeep, and hopefully some new paint done to the Tabor Wing House. We're working on that now. We're putting together some reports. I know there is some minor maintenance and some updates of handles to our doors to get them into the time frame and just updating some things throughout. That's being done actually now at this point in time. Once all that other work is done and on its way, the outside work, window work will be finished. Remember, we did do some work to the south end to protect it from the winter, so I'm also working on that. And of course, all of this will be coming together once we figure out financing and issues like that. We do have some big work that needs to be done and considered and put a plan together for our American Legion building and our library down in Wingdale, such as paint to the building itself. Time, weather, and age is starting to show. We do know the ramp and the handrails have some issues. The front steps, once again, some electrical upgrades and changes throughout the building itself to get everything separated the way it should be. It has not been forgotten, but again, I don't do a plan without financial backing. So we make sure that we have the money, we make sure that we can put it out there and not hurt our budget and definitely not hurt the taxpayer. So financial planning will come together. It all takes a little time, and I hate to say it, it all takes time when government is working at it. And that's nothing against us. It's the process that we have to go through sometimes to do it. But we have a big plate this year. We're hoping to get through most of it, if not all of it, and we'll go from there. And other than that, I look forward to seeing everybody with the kiddies on Saturday at the Easter egg hunt. Anybody else? Madam Clerk, our new clerk, Nicole. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
She's still here.
She's still here. Tomorrow, we'll figure it out. We'll move on to resolutions. Resolution to authorize and approve consent agenda items. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby approve the following items for consideration and adoption on the March 25th, 2026 Town Board regular meeting consent agenda. Authorize the payment of abstract number 3 of 2026 in the amount of $351,041.92. Accept the minutes of the Town Board meeting of February 25th, 2026. Approve the Town Clerk's report for February 2026. approve the town supervisor's financial report for February 2026, accept the resignation of highway heavy machinery equipment operator, hire seasonal highway driver for the remainder of 2026 at hourly rate contained in the IBT Local 456 contract, and accept unanticipated revenue, authorize budget transfers, budget amendments, and payment of off-abstract purchase orders as prepared and submitted by the town's bookkeeper. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluta. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute consulting services agreement for updates to the zoning code. Whereas the town of Dover is currently working on updates to its zoning code, and whereas the Town of Dover Comprehensive Plan Update Committee has progressed the project to the final review stage of the zoning code update, and whereas the Town of Dover is in need of a professional consultant to assist the town with professional services needed to progress the zoning code through final review, county referral, public hearing, secret compliance, and adoption of any further updates to sections of the zoning code. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute a professional consultant agreement with Barton and Lugadice, DPC of Somers, New York, at a time and expense rate of $20,000 based on their current standard billing rate schedule for 2026 attached to this agreement. And be it further resolved that a copy of this fully executed agreement shall be kept on file in the office of the town clerk. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Jackson. Discussion. This is the firm I believe we've used throughout the process, Marilyn, right? Throughout our comprehensive plan process and our zoning process up till now. And it's time to renew. I believe did we have funding remaining from the grant we received? Did we have any left?
No.
We didn't. Okay, so we're responsible for the full 20,000. Okay? Any questions? No? I think it's needed. I think it's necessary. And I have no problem with that. And we have the funding to do it. Any other questions? Any other discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried.
Did that one.
Oh, we already read that one. Resolution authorizing the release of performance guarantee of 10 Mile River Preserve Activity Barn. Whereas construction has been completed to convert an existing barn complex into an activity barn located at 280 and 290 Sand Hill Road for tax lot number 7162-00-048775. And whereas town engineer Joseph Berger has conducted an inspection and has found that all work under the required erosion and sediment control permit has been completed and all provisions of the permit have been met. And whereas the 10 Mile River Farm LLC has posted a performance guarantee of the amount of $15,000. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the release of the performance guarantee in the amount of $15,000 posted by 10 Mile River Farm LLC. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Holmes, seconded by Maluta. Any discussion? No, Joe? Everything's good, planning secretary?
Yeah,
Okay,
the resolution from the planning board.
okay. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing the release of a performance guarantee of Double JK Ranch. Whereas Double JK Ranch LLC was granted an erosion and sediment control permit in conjunction with a site plan and special use permit to legalize an existing hunting club and 3.5 acre farm pond on property identified as 39 Northeast Mountain Road, Dover Plains, tax ID 7163-00-380110. And whereas Town Engineer Joseph Berger has conducted an inspection and has found the construction under the erosion and sediment control permit has been completed to the satisfaction of the erosion and sediment control permit specifications. And whereas Double JK Ranch has posted a performance guarantee in the amount of $9,300. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the release of the performance guarantee in the amount of $9,300, posted by Double JK Ranch in connection with the erosion and sediment control permit. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Jackson. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution to accept 2025 Town of Dover GASB 75 Actuarial Report. Whereas GASB number 75 is an accounting and financial reporting provision requiring government employees to measure and report the liabilities associated with other post-employment benefits. And whereas the Town of Dover bookkeeper has forwarded a copy of the GASB number 75 Actuarial Report and for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025, prepared by the law firm of Danziger and Markoff, LLC, to the Town Board to review. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby accepts the GASB 75 Actuarial Report for 2025 prepared by the law firm of Danziger and Markoff. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluda. Any discussion?
Yeah, you can explain that one.
This is an every year report that is filed by bookkeeper Ms. Scaramuzzo, and
It's required by the
it's
State
required.
Controller's
Yep,
Office.
State Comptroller.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Any other questions? Hearing no further discussion or questions being asked, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing town supervisor to execute 2026 polling site agreement. Be it resolved that the Town of Dover Town Board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the 2026 polling site agreement with Dutchess County Board of Elections to permit the Dutchess County Board of Elections to use Dover Town Hall as a 2026 election polling site on Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, for the 2026 primary date, and Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, for the general election from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Maluda, seconded by Jackson. Any discussion? Some we go through every election year. Okay? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing the surplus of obsolete town information technology, IT equipment. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the surplus of obsolete information technology, IT equipment, as identified by the town's IT consultant and contained on the attached list that follows this resolution. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Holmes. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. So at this time, board members and Madam Clerk, I'd like to add a resolution. We had reached out to the County of Dutchess Highway, Commissioner Balkind, and he got back to me very late today. Unbeknownst to me, he was away for a few days. A request by a resident and business here in the town of Dover in Wingdale, Dykeman Farms on West Dover Road, asked us to consider and possibly pursue a speed study on County Road 20 West Dover Road. She has also spoken with the county engineering department about the possibility of some signage changes and so on. She reached out to me, myself and my secretary talked with her personally. We reached out to Commissioner Balkine, and again, I apologize, he got back to me today like 4:30. So I want to thank council for putting this together tonight. I felt it was needed tonight so we can get it going. Basically based because Commissioner Balkine is retiring in May. And I'd like to deal with him through this, okay? He's helped us with another road study in the town of Dover just last year. So I thank you, Tommy, for getting this together for us. And I'll give it to you, the handwritten version, Nicole. All right, you can just add it, okay? Resolution requesting a speed reduction for West Dover Road. Resolved that the town of Dover desires to submit a request to Dutchess County and the state of New York to lower the speed limit on West Dover Road, a county road between Wingdale and the town of Dover and the Pauling Town line, from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Holmes, seconded by Maluta. Again, discussion, again, I felt it's needed. I feel that this one is justified, just like I thought Cricket Hill was justified. So I have the paperwork. We'll have it filled out and forwarded to the commissioner tomorrow or by the end of the week. Okay? Any other discussion or questions? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. At this time, are there any public comments? Any public comments? Please approach the podium. Seeing nobody approaching the podium, upcoming meetings, Wednesday, April 29th, regular board meeting. Wednesday, May 27th, regular board meeting. Seeing nobody approaching the podium, or any other questions from the board? Council, anything else? Madam Clerk, anything else? At this time, I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss litigation issues without returning to the dais. Do I have a second? Motion made by myself and seconded by Deputy Supervisor Murphy to go into an executive session to discuss litigation and not return to the dais. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. We are in executive session. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Be well and be safe.
Good night, everybody.